My friends, life is not always soft, not always kind. Sometimes the ones we love, the ones we trust, the ones we let closest to our hearts, they are the very ones who hurt us the deepest. A word, a betrayal, a broken promise, these can cut sharper than any sword. But let me tell you, when a man hurts you, do not let your spirit collapse. Do not let anger swallow your soul. Do not let revenge steal your peace. Instead, confuse him, not with tricks, not with words, but with your strength, with your silence, with your growth. When he expects you to cry, rise instead. When he waits for you to beg, walk forward with dignity. When he thinks he has broken you, let him see you bloom stronger than ever before. You see, real confusion for those who harm us does not come from arguments or shouting. It comes from showing them that their cruelty cannot chain us. That we have discovered a higher power within. Forgiveness that confuses him. Joy that confuses him. Your unstoppable journey towards success, peace, and wisdom that confuses him more than any words could ever do. So my message is simple when a man hurts you. Don't waste your energy proving his wrong. Invest your energy into proving your strength. Show him that the pain he caused has become the fire that forges you into something unshakable. And remember, the greatest revenge is not revenge at all. The greatest victory is to rise so high that the one who tried to break you can no longer even reach where you stand. Strength over reaction is one of the greatest arts a human being can ever master, yet it is also the most difficult. When someone hurts us, the natural instinct of the mind is to react immediately. We want to shout, we want to prove our worth, we want to fight back. But reaction is a chain that keeps us tied to the one who hurt us. If you react, you are still giving him power. You are still letting his words, his actions, his cruelty live inside of you. Reaction is like pouring fuel on a fire that should be left to die on its own. Strength, on the other hand, is choosing to hold your peace, to breathe, to remain rooted like a mountain no storm can shake. Imagine a river. When stones are thrown into it, the river does not fight the stones. It does not rise in anger. It simply flows around them, carrying on its journey towards the ocean. That is strength. When a man hurts you, he expects a reaction. He expects anger. He expects tears. He expects your energy to be wasted on him. But the moment you choose strength over reaction, you confuse him. He cannot understand why his words or his actions no longer have control over you. That is the first step of reclaiming your power. Strength is not weakness. Many think staying calm means you are weak, but in truth, it is the highest form of power. Anyone can scream, anyone can fight, anyone can waste their life in endless arguments. But not everyone can stand still with dignity. Not everyone can rise without hatred. It takes more courage to stay silent than it does to strike back. It takes more wisdom to walk away than it does to remain stuck in the cycle of revenge. True strength is the ability to protect your peace while the storm rages around you. The moment you learn this, something shifts inside of you. The hurt no longer defines you. The pain no longer chains you. Instead, it becomes the very soil in which your strength grows. You begin to realize that your energy is too precious to waste on proving yourself to someone who tried to break you. Why argue with the blind about colors? Why explain the value of gold to someone who prefers stones? When you rise above reaction, You place yourself in a different realm, a place where his actions cannot touch you anymore. Strength over reaction is also a gift to your future. If you react, you lose time, you lose peace, you lose yourself. But when you choose strength, you invest in your own growth, you protect your spirit, you guard your heart, and you open the door for something greater to enter your life. Those who hurt you may think they have taken something away, but in reality, they have only carved space inside you for wisdom, resilience, and beauty to grow. And when you carry yourself with this unshakable spirit, you become untouchable. The one who tried to hurt you will stand confused, powerless, realizing that his actions could never destroy the strength you carry with you. Silence is one of the most powerful answers you can ever give, and yet it is also the one most people struggle with. When a man hurts you, your mind tells you to speak back, to defend yourself, to shout so that he understands your pain. But often words do not heal. They only add more noise to the wound. Silence, on the other hand, carries a strength that words can never touch. It unsettles, it confuses, and it protects your dignity in moments where anger would only make you small. When you choose silence, you are not saying you agree with the wrong done to you. You are not saying that his actions are acceptable. What you are saying is, you no longer deserve my energy. You no longer deserve space in my heart. That silence is not weakness. It is a shield. It is the refusal to let the one who hurt you keep pulling you into his world of chaos. You rise above it by keeping your spirit quiet, your eyes steady, your soul untouched. Think of silence as a mirror. When someone shouts at you and you shout back, the fire grows. But when someone shouts at you and you stay calm, the echo returns to him. He is left alone with his own noise, his own guilt, his own emptiness. He expects your reaction because reaction feeds his ego. But when you do not give it, he is left confused. He has to face himself, and that is the most uncomfortable thing for anyone who tries to hurt another soul. There is a deep wisdom in silence. When you remain silent, you give yourself time to heal instead of burning your energy in useless battles. Silence gives you the space to reflect, to see clearly, to choose your next step with wisdom rather than with emotion. Many lives have been broken because people spoke in anger, but very few lives are destroyed by silence. In silence, your dignity remains intact. You walk away with grace while the other remains trapped in his own actions. Silence is not only for the one who hurt you, it is for yourself. It teaches you discipline, it teaches you control, and it teaches you peace. Silence becomes a soft place where you no longer need to explain, no longer need to prove, no longer need to fight for understanding. You let go of the burden of words, and you allow your presence to speak louder than any argument. The way you carry yourself, the calm in your face, the strength in your eyes, these become the answers he cannot escape. And in the end, silence is what confuses him the most. He will not understand how you could stay calm when he tried to break you. He will not understand why you refused to argue when he wanted war. He will not understand how you found peace when he expected you to drown in pain. But that is the secret. Silence is the victory he never sees coming. It is the quiet storm that destroys his power and leaves you untouchable. Pain has a way of breaking us open, but it also has a way of shaping us into something far stronger than we were before. When someone hurts you, the first feeling is often that your world has collapsed. You wonder why it happened, why you were treated that way, and why life allowed such wounds to enter your heart. But the truth is, every hurt carries within it a seed of growth, a seed of wisdom, a seed of strength that you could not have discovered without the experience of pain. Growth does not come from comfort. It comes from the wounds that challenge us, from the betrayals that force us to rise, from the disappointments that teach us who we truly are. When a man hurts you, it is easy to stay trapped in the pain. It is easy to replay the words, to carry the memory, to let the wound define your days. But if you stop there, you remain a prisoner of what was done to you. The way out is not through bitterness, but through growth. You must ask yourself, what is this pain teaching me? What strength is it forcing me to find? What wisdom am I meant to carry forward from this? When you shift your view, the hurt no longer becomes an ending. It becomes the beginning of a stronger version of you. Growth from hurt is like fire refining gold. Gold cannot shine unless it is put through heat. In the same way, your character, your courage, and your soul cannot fully shine unless life has tested them. Every scar is proof that you survived. Every scar carries a story that made you wiser. Instead of hiding your wounds, see them as the markings of your resilience. They are not chains, they are medals of strength. The greatest confusion for the one who hurt you is when he realizes that the very pain he tried to bring into your life became the fuel that lifted you higher. He wanted to see you broken, but instead he sees you transformed. He wanted to keep you small, but instead you grew taller. This is the power of turning hurt into growth. It robs the pain of its power and makes you the author of your own story again. Growing from hurt also means you no longer repeat the same patterns. The lesson you learn protects you. It teaches you who deserves your trust, who deserves your time, and who no longer has a place in your journey. Hurt becomes a teacher, and through that teacher you evolve into someone who is harder to break, and someone who is wiser in love, and someone who carries a deeper understanding of life. The truth is, growth is not instant. It takes time, it takes tears, it takes patience. But each day you choose to rise instead of collapse. Each day you choose to learn instead of hate. Each day you choose to step forward instead of looking back. You are growing with you. And one day you will look at the pain that once felt unbearable and realize that it made you into a person you never imagined you could become. Stronger, freer and unshakable. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. People think that forgiving someone means excusing what they did, pretending it never happened, or letting them back into your life as if nothing has changed. But forgiveness is not about the one who hurt you. It is about you. It is about freeing yourself from the chains of anger, bitterness, and resentment that keep you tied to the person who wronged you. When you hold on to hate, you are still carrying him with you. Every thought, every memory, every feeling of revenge keeps him alive inside your heart. Forgiveness is the decision to finally release that burden, to say, you no longer control my spirit. When a man hurts you, he expects your anger. He expects your hatred. He expects that his actions will live rent-free in your mind. That gives him power even after the moment has passed. But when you forgive, you confuse him, because forgiveness is something he cannot fight against. If you shout, if he can shout back. If you hate, he can hate back. But if you forgive, he is powerless. He cannot understand how you could rise above what he did. Forgiveness leaves him facing his own actions, while you walk away lighter, freer, and untouched. Forgiveness is not weakness. It does not mean you allow him back to hurt you again. It does not mean you trust blindly. It means you are wise enough to let go of the poison. Imagine holding a burning coal in your hand, waiting to throw it at the one who hurt you. Who gets burned first? You. The longer you hold it, the deeper your wounds become. Forgiveness is the act of dropping that coal, of refusing to be burned by what someone else did. It is not about them, it is about saving yourself. There is also a sacred strength in forgiveness. When you forgive, you elevate your spirit. You rise into a space where hate no longer controls you. You begin to understand that life has a way of balancing itself, that those who harm will eventually face their own consequences. You do not need to be the judge or the punisher. Life, destiny, or even their own conscience will take care of that. Your task is only to keep your soul clean, to keep your heart free of poison, and to move forward without carrying unnecessary weight. And here is the greatest secret: forgiveness transforms pain into wisdom. Once you forgive, the wound no longer stings, it becomes a lesson. You begin to thank life, not for the hurt itself, but for the strength it created in you. You see yourself stronger, calmer, more resilient than before. The hurt no longer defines you, it refines you. And when the one who tried to break you sees that his actions have only made you rise higher, he is left speechless, confused, powerless. Forgiveness is power because it gives you back your life. It closes the door to the past and opens the path to your future. It is not about forgetting. It is about choosing freedom over bondage, peace over poison, and strength over pain. The one who hurt you may never deserve your forgiveness, but you deserve the peace that comes with it. Joy is the last thing someone expects from you after they have hurt you. They expect tears. They expect despair. They expect you to collapse under the weight of their actions, to smile in such moments, to carry yourself with joy when the world assumes you should be broken, is one of the most powerful forms of resistance. It is the language of the strong. It confuses the one who caused you pain, because joy proves that their attempt to destroy your peace has failed. Joy does not mean pretending the hurt never happened. It does not mean you deny your wounds or bury your emotions. It means you choose not to let those wounds steal the beauty of life from you. It is saying, you may have wounded me, but you will not control me. You may have shaken me, but you will not stop me from rising. That choice alone is a declaration of victory. There is something deeply unsettling to those who harm others when they see their target still shining. They wanted to dim your light, but when you glow brighter, they are left powerless. They cannot comprehend how you are still laughing, still moving forward, still finding reasons to be grateful. Joy becomes the ultimate confusion for your enemies because it shows them that they failed in their mission to break you. Carrying joy in the midst of pain is not easy. It requires courage. It requires you to shift your focus away from the hurt and toward the blessings that still remain. Every day, life gives us small reasons to smile: the warmth of the sun, the laughter of a friend, the strength in your own heartbeat. Choosing to hold on to these things, instead of drowning in bitterness, is what keeps your spirit alive. Joy is not found in the absence of pain. It is found in the decision to rise above it. When you walk in joy, you also heal faster. Pain thrives in darkness, but joy brings light. It helps you see that the hurt was not the end of your story, but just a chapter in your growth. It helps you realize that even though someone tried to take something from you, they could not take your spirit, your dignity, or your will to live fully. That realization is freedom. And here lies the beauty joy spreads. When you smile through your struggle, when you walk with grace through your trial, others see it. You inspire them. You show them that it is possible to survive hurt and still live with light in your heart. Your joy becomes a message stronger than any words you could speak. In the end, joy is a weapon that requires no violence, no anger, no revenge. It is a silent rebellion that says, I am still here, stronger than before, untouched in my essence. And when the one who hurt you sees that, he is left confused, defeated and powerless. For nothing disarms cruelty more than a heart that still chooses joy. To live higher means to rise to a level where the actions of others can no longer touch you. When someone hurts you, their intention is to pull you down into the same low space where they live, filled with anger, bitterness, or control. If you stay there, you spend your days defending yourself, proving yourself, or reacting to every arrow they throw. But when you live higher, you no longer bend down to fight battles that are beneath your spirit. You walk on a path where their words, their betrayal, their cruelty no longer define your steps. Living higher is not about pretending the pain never existed. It is about refusing to be trapped in the same energy as the one who hurt you. Imagine an eagle flying in the sky. Does it stop to argue with the crows that scream at it? No, it simply soars higher to a place where the crows cannot reach. That is what it means to live higher. You keep moving toward your goals, your growth, your peace, until the noise below fades into silence. The greatest confusion for the one who hurt you is when he realizes that his actions did not stop your journey. He thought his betrayal would hold you down, but instead you are building, creating, succeeding, and living fully. He expected you to remain stuck in the past, but you are already living in the future. This is the ultimate answer to hurt, not revenge, not endless arguments, but elevation. You rise so high that his opinion no longer matters. His presence no longer shakes you. His memory no longer controls you. To live higher requires discipline. It means choosing carefully what you give your energy to. It means saying no to fights that steal your peace. It means focusing on your vision, your growth, and your healing more than on the one who tried to break you. It is not an easy choice because your pain will tempt you to respond, to prove, to fight. But strength lies in walking away from those temptations and keeping your eyes on the horizon of your life. When you live higher, you also attract higher. People of wisdom, love, you, and integrity enter your path because you have created space for them by leaving behind those who live in lower vibrations. You discover that your world expands, your spirit grows, and your peace becomes unshakable. You no longer measure your worth by who hurt you. You measure it by the greatness you are stepping into. Living higher does not mean you forget the hurt. You It means you use it as a stepping stone to climb into a greater life. Every scar becomes proof that you rose above. Every disappointment becomes a lesson that sharpened your vision. And one day, when the one who hurt you looks up, he will see you standing so far above that he cannot even reach you anymore. That is the true victory. Not to fight on his level, but to rise to a place where his power over you no longer exists.